Hello, beautiful souls. I want to talk a little bit about judgments and how to use them in a really helpful way. And by judgment in this case, I mean, I have an opinion about something. I'm telling you about something, so I'm discerning things about it and I'm expressing that to you, right? So there's a plant, like this tree behind me, and I'm telling you, I love this plant or I hate this plant, right? And here's all the reasons why. And a lot of us tend to hear that opinion, that this plant is good or this plant is bad. They hear that and they assume that it's somehow globally true. Like it's now become this truth that this plant is good or this plant is bad. And what we're forgetting is that my opinion about that plant actually tells you more about me than the plant, right? So, I think this plant is really great because it gives me tons of shade. Well, that might tell you that I don't like being in the sun. But what if someone really likes being in the sun? They might say, this plant's really horrible because it blocks the sun. Well, okay, do you plant more of these trees or do you cut them all down? Right? Depends on what you need. And so the thing to remember is that anything that I'm telling you about, again, it's telling you more about me than the thing. So let me give you an example of why this is hugely important. I was sitting in a group of people, and basically one person was asking for some help with something, and everyone was telling her what to do. Well, I think you should do this. I think you should do that. I want you to speak up more in this group. I want you to tell me when you're happy, tell me when you're not happy. I want you to give me more feedback. I want the feedback to be like this, and you're not giving me the right kind of feedback, and la 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 la, right? It was all these different things. And the person started getting really overwhelmed because they were getting all of this information about what they were doing wrong and how to do it right, and some of it was conflicting, and they were just like, oh my God. And I was like, okay, guys, wait a minute. Friend, realize that everything that they're saying is their opinion. And what they're telling you is not really about you, it's telling you about them. They're expressing not truths about you, they're expressing their needs. They need you to speak up more. This person needs you to tell them specifically what you like and what you don't like. This person needs you to give emotional sensations of how things are. And this person needs something even different. It's not that you need to change because you're doing all these things wrong. It's that each of these people is expressing what they need. Right? This is fundamentally different than this person thinking that they are right or wrong or need to do all of these things. I see this all the time, and it's really helpful when people are talking to me and telling me, Elena, you need to do this, you're doing this wrong, you're doing this right. It's really helpful for me to remember, this person is expressing their opinion and their needs and what they would like from me, what they need from me, right? It's not actually about what I personally should or shouldn't be doing. Huge. That's really helpful. So whenever someone is giving you criticism or advice, helpful or not helpful, building you up or tearing you down, remember that actually what they're doing is they're telling you what they need. They're telling you their opinions, what they like and don't like. It's much more about them. It's a reflection of them, much more than it's ever a reflection of you. And of course, this is also goes into more mundane things like objects. It's not only about you, which is hugely important, but it's also when people are talking about other things. So when you get someone's advice on something, what's AI like? Should I use AI? What's meditation like? Should I meditate? What's healing like with this particular healer? What's this particular kind of, I don't know, what? Spiritual path-like, or whatever it might be. Remember that what you're receiving is not information about the actual thing. What you are receiving is information about the person that you asked. You're getting their perspective on that thing. And what that can do is help you triangulate. Like, you want to know about this, you want to know about this thing, this person is giving you their perspective, and hopefully that can help give you your perspective, right? Triangulation. But if you just believe what they say, then you're getting what they need and their opinions, and not necessarily what you need and what your opinion will be when you interact with the thing. So if I ask you, should I do this kind of meditation? You're going to start telling me all these things from your perspective about it. I like this about it. I don't like that about it. It's great because of this. It's horrible because of that. But that's actually telling me more about the person than it is about the meditation itself. And so what I need to do is think about, okay, what are my experiences of this person? Am I similar to them in these ways or not? And then when I go and try it, I can start to map. They said this about it. They said that about it. Okay, so now I start to understand their perspectives and their opinions. It's really based from mine, right? This is triangulation. I'm getting there with their help, sure. But this is really a lot about them, whatever they're saying. Not so much about the practice itself. Please keep that in mind if you can. I find this hugely helpful. Keep in mind because it's really helpful when we're navigating life, right? I find this really helpful when people are telling me things about myself, or even when I'm judging someone else for something. They're like this, they should be doing this, they should be doing that. That tells me a lot about me and what I need and what my opinions are. So I hope that was that whole convoluted mess made sense to you. I find this really hugely helpful. So I hope you do too. Take care. Let me know what you think about it. See you next time. Bye.